everything is not impossible. I was talking to my brother the other day, and I was explaining that there are rewards
you got to work.
only impossible in your head.
You can't
There
just
are
put empty words
limitations,
in.
but physical
in a
and
message.
emotional possibilities do exist. I want to tell you today that miracles do exist.
Oh no,
We
this ain't
must
the
be
time to
open
talk.
and willing
It's
to
time
move
work.
the barriers of the mind. You see, the mind is a dangerous asset. We work all our lives to gain assets. We work all the time, only to fall victim to the God-given asset of a closed mind. If you don't believe in you, you cannot achieve the greatness that you deserve. And if you don't believe in them, you won't recognize the successful path that others have left and laid for you in reserve. And if you don't believe in Him, you cannot achieve or recognize your miracle path, the miracle of your life, regardless of the turmoil, discontent, or the strife. Miracles are possible even when you can't see. Don't forget the 37 miracles of the one carrying the thorny crown and the crossing tree. You see, miracles are possible even when you've given, taken, or simply put up with too much. Even if you don't have enough, your rescue is possible from the one with the golden touch. You see, miracles are possible when your tears are hidden in the beers. Miracles are possible when you're out of gas or the electricity is off. Miracles are possible even when you're sick or suffering from that major death cough. Well, you see, miracles are possible when the most important voice is gone, but their words are alive in your head, even when you're all alone. Sometimes there are things in you that you believe that are yours, but I want to tell you they belong to someone else first. You may not understand the history or the path, but the true origin originated in someone else's thirst. Good or bad, sometimes things are inherited and handed down, passed on from generation to generation, never receiving the golden crown. Sometimes miracles are granted to escape the generational entrenchment. Some of the habits and behaviors that we claim as ours live in us because of the journey of others. I'm saying this because it needs to be said. Just because it's in you don't mean that it is you. You may have to get rid of some things. The miracles of life will provide a better path when you can't find your way. The tragedies of death will provide a miracle path to change. The starvation of a missing parent can bring the fullness of being a parent. The search for completeness can bring the hunger of something better. The past mistakes of envy, jealousy, and even hate can circle back to bring peace, joy, and happiness with renewed faith. As you get into today, make sure that you get something out. And as you continue your journey, pay attention to the miracles. And as you live your life and retrace your journey, remember, we must find peace without guilt. We must understand guilt so that we can capture peace. Life is not to be of a guilty pleasure. Our Father has rewarded us with life, salvation, and time. Time with measure. The guilt and disappointment between life and salvation is an open door. We cannot allow tragic moments to play the game and to keep the permanent score. The disappointments of life will be heavy, bitter, and greedy. We cannot allow heavy loss to get in the way of Jesus Christ, the true medicine of the needy. Remember the overflow from our loved ones and their persistent teachings. We must hold on to the what, when, and where, especially their nagging preachings. You see, as I was walking and writing this message, I saw a friend passing by, so I waved him down. He mentioned that he had been desperately sick, but still amazingly lucky to be in possession of the crown. We talked, we touched, and we prayed. I was amazed because through his tragedy, he was still so kind. At the end of our conversation, I said, "Man, God is good." He then said, "All the time." You see, tragic moments should not live permanently within your mind. Because of life and salvation, God is good all the time. During the course of life, hurtful things will happen, be blamed, and will be said. We can allow tragic hand-me-downs to permanently live within our heads. Let the devil have the details of attack. Your pain is only a rental. Leave it alone. Don't carry that around in your backpack. We will gain and lose. The math we will never understand. The understanding is not for us. We must trust that it's God's plan. Sometimes we must go to a new place just in time to leave this crazy rat race. Sometimes we must go to the golden grass that's greener, leaving loved ones to hunt for grass that's meaner and meaner. Is it possible to ride it out without change? Or is it better to suffer the familiar rituals of the familiar lanes? Lost in a world so confused? Find a peaceful swirl. You know the one that our loved ones used. Sometimes we must remain calm in order to grow to new heights. Still, we must trim, edge, and cut to achieve his pearly lights. I love you is never too late to say, but you said you would never go away. I appreciate the truth of your words and what you said, because you live in my heart and you're alive in my head. My goodness, you've prepared me for something that I could never repair. Please be patient as I gain the strength of your beautiful face and the wisdom of your beautiful hand. Overcome. Words for You by Bruce Etheridge. God bless you today, and I'll talk to you later.